YouTube. There you are. I just tried to find you in the chat, and the chat was non-existent. But here we are. I'm back. And the gang's all here. I could move over a little bit. I could. What happened was, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like the other realm is messing with me. I'm starting to think that. Let's see, who do you need to be in the picture? You need Democracy Smurf, but we don't want to burn him. How's that? Looks like it's his birthday. My light broke. If anybody wants to buy me a new light, feel free. I can tell you what the brand is. I did like this light, but it just stopped working. It just broke. I'm going to close that door if it's too noisy. Yeah, the chat is on now. It wasn't before. That was bad. That was going to be like a one-way conversation, which is never fun. How are you guys doing? What's going on? I know it looks like Democracy Smurf is really close to the candle, but he's not really. Today in the United States political system was a very disturbing day. And I did tell you all that this week was gonna be crazy. I don't know if you remember that. I did. It's not a car race. I don't know what that is. There's a lot of motorcycles that drive by here. So last week I said this week was gonna be really bumpy. And you might have thought I was referring to the trial in Manhattan. I didn't really know what I was referring to, but I knew it was gonna be. Yeah, today was insane. Today was insane. So, you heard it here. We are now in what's in process right now. Right now, as we speak, is an attempt at an authoritarian takeover of our democracy. We're in that right now. That's what we're in right now. So, we're going to start with this. We're going to ask, it's happening right now. They are attempting to, they're seeing what works right now. And I just bore witness to Jim McGovern, a representative from the amazing state of Massachusetts, if I may say so myself. And who's this other guy's? This was on, I caught this on Midas Touch. It's scary stuff. It's scary stuff. I had a few moments today that I had several moments today listening to the news where I was going ballistic. Yeah. Yes, exactly. I'm glad you guys are paying attention. It makes me feel better, actually. Mike is saying the House passed a rule, no more picking on Trump. Poor baby cakes. Strongman Trump, poor baby cakes. We can't talk about him. We can't even say facts. Can't even talk about the facts. I know. Does the universe want us to save the earth or not? Jerry Carl, a representative from Alabama. If you listen to the guy on the House floor today telling Representative Jim McGovern from Massachusetts, if you listen to him, to Jerry Carl from Alabama, if you listen to him speaking, he's clearly an effing idiot face. And not for anything, but I know that the Civil War is kind of still going on and never ended. I mean, the actual Civil War. And when I was kind of a bumpkin from moving from here, Massachusetts, where I grew up in this town, to Tennessee, I want to tell you something. It's not that hard to say Massachusetts. But when somebody wanted to be offensive towards me, like in a bless your heart kind of a way, they would say Massachusetts. And just take a guess as to which pronunciation Jerry Carl of Alabama used. I don't think I've ever seen a cast of characters this idiotic, this ignorant, and this asinine in my entire existence. And saying Massachusetts is a put down to people that live in Massachusetts. I don't care. It's not that hard to say. I am very angry today, and it's not at you. I'm going to express my anger tonight because I think it's better if we say how angry we are. And if you can do it without anybody hearing right now, just let out a good loud scream. I'm pissed as hell, and I'm not going to take it anymore. This is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. And then you see the very disturbing pattern that's happened with so many who actually had insults of the most horrid kind. Insulting someone's lineage, insulting somebody's family, insulting somebody's morals and ethics. What, thank you, Damon. It's unacceptable. You know, Teddy Cruz, Cancun Cruz, right? Can't even talk. Donald Trump says, your father was responsible for the death of John F. Kennedy. And Ted Cruz is like, what? Your wife is homely. What? Bow down, bow down. Oh, Trump, oh, Trump, oh, Trump. And all the rest of them. And all the rest of them. Nikki Haley. Donald Trump was, oh, where's her husband? Oh, where's her husband? All the time she said, oh, Trump he's not good for this country. Trump is terrible for this country. He's so bad for this country. What does she do today? What does Bill Barr do? Oh, I'm going to vote for Trump. What are the billionaires? Oh, we're going to go vote for Trump. We're going all in Hitler. We're going all in Hitler. As he talks about the United Reich. The United Reich, talking about rounding up immigrants and putting them in camps, talking about assassinating his political opponents. And now we have a Supreme Court where Justice Alito is saying F you to the United States of America that employs him to uphold and defend our democracy and our United States Constitution. That is his job. It's not like he's a grocer. It's not like he's a delivery man. It's not like he's a police officer. His job is to, and Thomas too, is to defend and protect our United States government and its Constitution and uphold the rule of law. And what is Alito doing? Oh, insurrectionists. I'm with the insurrectionists. I'm with the insurrectionists. Clarence Thomas. We only have 138 people in the house right now. It's probably because I was having difficulties with my light that just broke. And my cell phone doesn't work. And it's never ending. And what they want to do is wear us down. And so what they've decided in the House is to have a rule. And in the House of Representatives, the rule that they just created today says that you can't say anything bad about Trumpy. About Trumpy. Little baby Trumpy. Little baby Trumpy. Diaper Dawn. And then his cult members are wearing diapers at the rallies. So, we're not going to do a group hug until there's 200 people here. What's happening is the jury of his peers in New York City are going to be deliberating and deciding whether he's guilty, and he can't handle it, and nor can they. They don't want democracy. It's as clear can be. If we don't, we're going to read cards in a second. I just thank you for indulging me and letting me vent. And if you left, oh well. I had to get it out of my system. It's been bottled up all day. And it's just like, I heard one terrible story, like Mitch McConnell, a reporter asked Mitch McConnell about Alito flying the in solidarity with the insurrectionists. Before the inauguration, a reporter asked Mitch McConnell, oh, well, what do you think about Alito doing that? What about that? So what about that? And you know what Mitch McConnell said? Thank you, Philip. We're here to support each other. And we do support each other. What did Mitch McConnell say? I think people should stop picking on the Supreme Court. Oh, poor babies, they can dish it out, but they can't take it. And then Biden decides to keep decides to keep Joe Biden, tries to keep Joe Biden off the ballot. The coup is in process right now. I'm not saying this to depress you. I'm saying this as a reality check and to get in solidarity with one another. My blood pressure is fine. Actually, my blood pressure is on the low side. You're funny. Trump must be held accountable. I could not believe it. I posted about it too, because when I heard Mitch McConnell say, oh, well, you should stop picking on the Supreme Court. The American people have to stop picking on the Supreme Court. I just said it looks like it's closer than it is. Democracy Smurfs, they're fine. I'll put it here if it's making you nervous. Now you can't see any candles. There. I know, the view makes it look like the candle's closer than it actually is. I'm watching. Don't worry. I can see. If it's too loud outside, let me know. I'll shut the door. The doors are pretty sound insulated, so. We have to pay attention to what's going on, because there are always not enough people. We need a lot of dad jokes. Get on it, Thomas. We need a lot of dad jokes. And we don't have that many in the chat. And to tell you the truth, I don't have that many views. And I'm a little bit at my wit's end about that. Comparatively. Cheryl's saying pull cards on Nikki. What do you want to know? I mean, what do you want to know? She told us who she is. Dad joke. Genuine headline about a nun called Michael. I can't see. I'm not close enough. You're going to have to read the dad jokes to each other. This is what I'm going to ask. Firesides need to rant. You're right. Because Cheryl's saying read about Nikki Haley, and what's the question? Did she endorse 45? Yes, she did. She said she's voting for Trump. You want to break out into the Annie song? You fill up my senses like a night in a forest. Is that the one that you mean? I'm going to ask the pendulum a question. I'm going to ask the pendulum. Sissy's asking, how can they keep Biden off the November ballot? What they're trying to do is things that can't be done under the law. They're trying to say that it's too close. The convention, the Democratic National Convention, they're trying to say in Ohio that it's too close to election day. They're trying to keep Joe Biden off the ballot. So let's not take our eye off the ball. Maybe she means the sun will come out tomorrow. Oh, I was singing Annie's song by John Denver. Are these party of traitors, the pot party, are they under subliminal seduction? It's not subliminal seduction. What I mean by that is like psychological hypnosis through the internet. You're gonna have to read the dad jokes because I have the tables kind of opened up and I can't see. I'll do my best. Are they siding with Trump because they're afraid? No, okay. Are they siding with Trump because they think that means they can stay in power? What is it? Are they siding with Trump because they're receiving threats? Whoa, boy. Well, are they siding with Trump because they're receiving death threats? Is that? I'm getting death threats. I'm not getting death threats. That explains a lot. That explains a lot. Because what it is, and from my perception, Russia, it's almost as if this is what it feels like. It feels like there are Russians, I'm not saying this is exactly it. This is what it feels like. It feels like there are Russians that came into the United States and started causing trouble and then, growing a movement. That's what it feels like. But I pick up that they're getting death threats. Well, what do you mean they can keep their mouths shut? You did what, Annie? It's a hard day. Don't ignore him. Don't endorse him. Keep your mouth shut. I don't understand what you're saying. Oh, that you think like the Nikki Haley's and the Bill Barrs and all them should just keep their mouth shut about who they're going to vote for? Is that what you mean? Well, I actually feel like they're getting death threats. This is what I feel. That these people that said never Trump, I'm never voting for Trump, that are in public office or that were in public office, that they're getting threats that say not just we're going to kill you if you don't vote for Trump. It's your life is in danger if you don't say you're going to vote for Trump. That's what I feel. So take that for what you will. So I'm going to pull 3 cards on these characters who have done this flip. And remember, like, for example, Lindsey Graham used to love Joe Biden. They were really good friends. The dad jokes are in caps now. I tell you, my wife and I were happy for 20 years and then we met. Thank you. Think of how much courage we would have if we weren't afraid to die. That might be it. I can't believe how scared people are in general. In the sense, like, if there's something to say, just say it, you know, in general. Like there's a lot of people, and I'm not criticizing, I'm just saying. I'm really surprised at how many people are afraid to get involved in anything at all. Good evening, Michael. In general. I'm not pointing fingers. 3 cards about these people that said they would never vote for Trump and got up there and, you know, they were the other Republicans that were running for president earlier in the year that said that they wouldn't vote for Trump. What's going on with them? They've been promised something. They've been promised a seat. They've been promised a role. And, like, think about it. Nikki Haley was... She was a foreign... what do you call it? What do you call that role that Joe Biden... Was a Secretary of State? What role did Nikki Haley play? Had to do with foreign relations. So... Well, you know, Mike is saying it has it's because the DOJ isn't doing his job. Speaking of death threats, that's very much present. Ambassador. Okay, foreign ambassador. The reason that she said she would endorse Trump is because she wants a job in Trump's government. The thing that these people, I see the sun. The sun means, and he even said racist things about her. The sun means it will be revealed why Nikki did what she did. The 3 of Cups is she feels like she's going to be able to be like in a big position again. And the 9 of Cups, she's been promised something besides. This reminds me of when Kevin McCarthy went to kiss the ring at Mar-a-Lago, making a deal with the devil. So it's fear, it's threats, along with, and if you don't say anything against Trump, if you just say you'll support him, if you say that, he promises you a position. That's the same thing that happened with Kevin McCarthy when he went to kiss the ring. And let me see if I can pull this a little bit closer, because I really can't see. It might have something to do with the light. Hang on. Bear with me, it's not been the easiest day. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm back. Because, you know, I have to be able to see the dad jokes. It's not time for a group hug yet. How was your day? What's going on, everybody? How are you feeling? Talking to yourself a while ago and it wasn't good. Well, you know, good. You're being honest. You couldn't stay at the TV. Yeah, it's been rough. It's been rough. I mean, it's really rough. It makes us feel really unsafe. Jim McGovern is not, nobody's allowed to say anything about Trump. on the House floor. Very tired. Somebody's birthday today. Happy birthday to the Geminis. Damon is fabulous. Somebody riding a motorcycle out there is doing fabulous too. Trump is basically promising violence if he's convicted. Let's take a look at that. What will happen if they talk about Trump? Will they get spanked? I don't know. Well, what happened was Jim McGovern was just talking about, these traders going up to New York. Is that up to New York? I think it is. From DC. Rather than doing their jobs, he got his words struck from the record. Struck from the record. I'm going to, Marjorie Taylor Greene is breaking all congressional laws. What about her? Well, let me explain something if you don't already know. An authoritarian takeover of a country involves attacking the entire legal system. It involves attacking the entire educational system. An authoritarian takeover involves bringing back the patriarchy. Yes, someone said spanking, Damon. An authoritarian takeover means taking over the media, which we're seeing that happening now. Dad joke. My ex still misses me, but their aim is getting better. An authoritarian takeover is what we're witnessing, which is why today was exceptionally upsetting. Alito on the Supreme Court is doing the opposite. It couldn't be any more polar opposite of what the job actually is. And Clarence Thomas, the same thing. And what we know for sure now, we'll do a group hug in a sec. We have over 200 people now. Thank you. And hit the thumbs up too. We'll do a group hug. So Alito, they found that he had a second flag, the Appeal to Heaven flag, which was from the Revolutionary War, which they distorted because they distort and bastardize everything. They distorted to make it's a flag with a pine tree on it. I might have written down what it's an Appeal to Heaven flag. And what they're appealing to with this particular flag that Alito also flew is for us to be a Christian nationalist country. So Alito flew those two flags, the Supreme Court Justice. And that was found out about and written about today. So when the whole immunity decision comes, we already know, based on Clarence Thomas being complicit and Alito flying those two flags, it's like I was saying recently, it's all right in front of us for us to see, which is kind of a blessing. Because it's better that we're seeing it in a certain way. It's a blessing in disguise. So this immunity that a president can assassinate his political opponent and get away with it, that they haven't decided on yet, just that uneasy feeling that we got when we found out that they were taking that up was, therefore insurrection. And then today, Trump starts spitting out this more ridiculousness, saying that Joe Biden wants him executed. That Joe Biden and the FBI, Trump was coming out with this today, that Joe Biden and the FBI were planning to execute Trump. And his lunatics, his crazy cult members believe it. Some of them, I don't want to know how many of them, believe now because they're in cult mind and whatever the cult leader. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. Thank you for indulging me. I'll be with you for the group hug in a second. I've never seen anything like it. Fealty to a complete, repulsive, gross, and disgusting, stinky, really just rude and inappropriate and stupid and ugly, fat, obese, lying pig. And they're just like, thank you, Pond Blue. He's such a disgust. He's the most. He's a criminal. He's gross. He eats like a pig. He hates women. He's a misogynist. He speaks disgusting language. He's a rapist. He makes fun of handicapped people. He makes fun of people that have struggles. And they're like, oh, Donald. Oh, Donald. WTF. And they're wearing diapers at the rally saying real men wear diapers. I think that men that need to wear diapers because of some physical issue don't really probably want people to they wouldn't brag about it. Wow. But it just so gross. I'm admittedly a basket case today. I admit it. Let's do a group hug. Let's do a group hug, seeing us all coming together through proof through the night. The flag was still there. The right side up flag. 1, 2, 3. Group hug. All right. Trump has never denied the diaper thing. He does wear a diaper. He lies. He lies. We can read about Trump's health. He lies. Everything out of Trump's mouth is a lie. Right? I hope I'm making you feel better in the sense that that you're not the only one that's as angry as I am. Thank you, Rose. Send all of us love and light. It's not just me. I think I need something to drink. He lies like a floor mat. I like that one. I'll have some kombucha. All of a sudden it's warm in Massachusetts. That's probably why I'm heated up. I'm going to pull 3 cards about Donald Trump. Oh my gosh, it's 10 to 8. I want you all to join Grassroots of Democracy. Even if you can't make it to the meetings, please join Grassroots of Democracy. It's going to help us all to see us all involved. Thank you. It's nice to see you too. See? Other people are furious too. Okay, so this is exactly what's going on. Sorry, I threw my glasses across the room. Hang on. I put my little sundress on. I went out today and got exercising in the sun. Things are good. It's just that we have to fix this. So as far as Trump goes, he's directly talking to Vladimir Putin. Trump is directly talking to, here he is, Vlad. His name is Vlad Dracula. Reminds me of Rudy. Trump is not only talking to Putin, he's also talking to another leader. I think it's Orban. I think he's talking to Putin and Orban. The Ace of Cups. There's a kind of gushing energy between Trump and the enemies. And the gushing, this is what Trump is up to right now. He's talking to Putin and he's talking to Viktor Orban. And they're sort of gushing about how this is, they think it's going to work. And Netanyahu. Oh yeah, thank you, Warren, for mentioning that. Yes. Because at about 11:30 last night, I turned on MSNBC, and I don't watch Stephanie Rule. She kind of irks me in a way. But I was really like, you go, girl. I didn't see the entire thing, but she was interviewing Netanyahu, and she was holding his feet to the fire. And what was coming out of Bibi's mouth would have made you fall over in your chair if you're really paying attention, because he was saying lies. It was all gibberish. It was all... And Bibi was talking really fast. I'm going to go back and look up that interview. Bibi was talking really fast and being, like, trying to snow her, and she wasn't having it. Death threats the reason Judge Mershon declined to fine the loser for his... He fined him already. He fined him for his violations of the gag order. He did. $10,000, I think it was. Bibi needs to burn in hell, Electrostorm is saying. I'm going to go back and find that entire interview, because I didn't know Stephanie Ruhle was going to be interviewing Netanyahu, but he was sending money to Hamas. You mean Bibi? Yeah, and I told you a while back, when I was having my freak out the day before October 7th, you can look that up. And then later, after Hamas attacked Israel, I could not believe it. Because we didn't really know what was going on then. That was when Biden was, saying to Bibi, "We'll do whatever you need." And then I had this vision of Bibi knowing about October 7th before it happened. I almost said January 6th, which is interesting. Rest assured. Finally, it took me this long to say it. I don't feel... Putin feels weak to me. Netanyahu feels weak to me. And Viktor Orban feels really weak to me. They do. And actually, losing interest in anything except the drug or cult. That's what a cult is. Yeah, exactly. Yes. So, if you watch him, this is a time for us all to practice our psychic abilities, because we won't know what's up, but if we practice using our intuition, we all have it, we're going to feel better, because we're going to understand. I'm just all freaking out tonight because I'm so angry. But I don't want you to think that I believe that they're going to destroy our democracy. They've destroyed it to some point. I gotta get the stuffed animals in here. Well, Electrostorm is saying, I wish Biden would stop supporting Bibi. I can't get into that conversation, and I won't, because it's so complex. Just thank God that Trump isn't in office. All right, what we're going to do, I apologize if you were looking for me to just ask questions and read the cards, because today's just not that kind of a day. Yeah, today's not that kind of a day. Today was like, they just went bombastic with all their, they're kind of like, the party of traitors are like, let's go, let's do it now. And what was it that they were doing? I remember they were doing that about something in the past, where they just wanted to hurry up and take over. Maybe it was when they got the majority in the House. Yeah, Comey, Jim Comey's, he's been giving some good interviews lately. He's a good guy. Listen to the optimists. Do your best to listen to the optimists. Listen to our show from yesterday, our astrology show with Kathy Beale. I gotta read this. If the psychic energies of the average mass of people watching a football game or a musical comedy could be diverted into the rational channels of a freedom movement, they would be invincible. William Reich. I totally agree with that. Which brings me to my frustration. Like, you haven't heard enough, right? I'm highly frustrated. about my song about January 6th because I know it needs to be heard. Because we need for people to be saying, this happened. Go to grassrootsofdemocracy.com, get the song, share the song. Get the song, share the song. I need help. I need help saving our democracy. The frustration level has been exceedingly high with me. Exceedingly high. I'm being completely honest. I look at my numbers, they don't go up, and I'm kind of scraping by here, and I feel like I need for us to like go to grassrootsofdemocracy.com. It's there. It's there. No, I have a song about January 6th. It's on grassrootsofdemocracy.com. I offered to send it to you all. If you want it, I can send it to you. It's in, I have it in Dropbox. I can give it to you. I'm going to read the lyrics to you on Friday. When we meet on Friday, I'm going to read the lyrics to you. I'm not doing the song for money. It needs to be heard. Let's read on how it's going to go. I'll keep you a little longer tonight. Just so we can actually read some cards. We'll call this the rant edition. They're conducting an authoritarian takeover right now. And they're wanting to free the hostages. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Darren. I so appreciate you so much. I've been so much buried in, organizing my apartment and unpacking boxes. And today I was like, I need to get to the post office. And frankly, I live in a tourist town, and there's a drawbridge I have to go over to get to the post office. And I haven't made it to the post office in several days. I'm sorry, that was a long explanation. Yeah, I heard, well, Tennessee Brando has a whole lot more subscribers than I do. Bleach, blonde, bad built, butch body watch video. I heard the song. I thought the song was great. It was really clever. He's really talented. Tennessee Brando. Hats off to Tennessee Brando. That's lovely. That's a different category. The name of my song about January 6th is "We're Taking Back." It's "We Won't Be Backing Down," and the hook line is, "We're taking back democracy, and we won't be backing down." Thank you. It's not for me. I'm not making money off of it. It was channeled to me through me. I love you guys. I love you guys. I need some help. I need help. Helping us save democracy. We're in this together, which is the name of my other song. What am I reading on? The outcome. The outcome. Bond Blue, I love you dearly. When everything is coming your way, you're in the wrong lane. Do you know how many deep breaths I've taken today, Bond Blue? I've taken many, many, many. Let's take a deep breath right now. Many deep breaths. Lots of them. 3 cards about the outcome of the trial in Manhattan. I mean, I just get a little like, I'm already doing that. You know? The decision will come quickly. The decision will come quickly. I feel like he's going to be found guilty. The Eight of Wands is fast decision. The Knight of Wands is, I actually feel like Trump is going to be a little stunned. And the Magician is that Trump is going to then try to twist it around. And what Trump is doing right now is getting his minions on board with a plan. I'm not saying it's going to work. Listen to Eddie Vedder, Brighter Days. Good thing you can't swear in here. Yes, you can. I swore about 50 times earlier. Not bad swear words. I, for one, like Roman numerals. If Trump is found guilty, how can he still run? You can run for president. I mean, if he found guilty, let's ask the pendulum. I'm asking the pendulum if he'll be found guilty. Don't be giving me the runaround. Hang on. I need to talk to my pendulum. When my boss asked me who was stupid, me or him, I told him he doesn't hire stupid people. What? Will Donald Trump be found guilty of a felony? It's not giving me a straight answer. All right, hang on. I see interference. I wonder if what I'm seeing is that there's going to be a wrench thrown in the works. The guides are saying it will show us where we are. Because I do feel like he'll be found guilty, and I just see the runaround about it. Yes, he'll be found guilty on some of the counts, but I got the runaround, and let's ask the pendulum, were you giving me the runaround because, oh, come on, I was stuck in something. Were you giving me the runaround because he won't be found guilty on all counts? Is that what that was about? My pendulum does not want to tell me. All right, well, let's just dig deeper into the cards. 3 cards. Okay. Because I feel like he's going to be, yeah. Astrologers keep saying the planets are no longer protecting Trump. I want to ask them, are you sure? Well, it's nefarious forces that are protecting Trump. Yeah, Trump is toast. I agree, but there's something kind of fuzzy going on. I've seen this before with the Supreme Court. Like, it's a little murky, that kind of thing. The Magician, the Emperor, the Hangman. It's going to make it clearer, just like today made it clear, exactly what's going on. He's here to show us what needs fixing. That's really true. And I want to say something about that. Hang on. Yeah, he will. I get that he will be found guilty, but he's going to immediately turn it around in some way and make a big mess out of things. I get that very strongly. Very clearly. That's what I just asked, Sissy. Did you miss that part? Ask if Trump will be found guilty of the hush money trial. That's exactly what I'm reading on. I just read on it. Dad joke, I excel at sleeping. In fact, I do it so well I can do it with my eyes closed. You have better ones than that. The judge's fault, he said. You know what I heard? Where does Thomas get his dad jokes from? The database. Aha, that's pretty good. Well, that's the trial that we're on, Sissy, right? I don't know of any other term trials going on at the moment. Unless I missed something. Good one, Tina. Bum. Tina picked up the slack a little bit. Okay. You didn't get slapped down, Thomas. I was actually complimenting you that you usually have really kind of catch you off guard dad jokes. That didn't catch me off guard as much. You have wonderful dad jokes. Yeah, I think Rose is getting yes on guilty, but not all 34 counts. I think that's exactly what I'm seeing because of some manipulating on the part of the Trump team. Oh my gosh, you guys, don't be all like cream puffs. I was merely telling Thomas that he has such good dad jokes and that one wasn't as good. That's all. That was kind of a compliment. Warren Green, I reserve my right to be cranky today, and I reserve the right for all of you to be cranky. What we saw today was unprecedented, and we say that all the time, but what we saw today was like domino, authoritarian move, and the one that took the cake was that idiot from Alabama saying to Jim McGovern, the representative from Massachusetts, all right, that put me over the edge. Sheesh. 3 more cards about the Manhattan trial. It's not going to be exactly what we want. I'll put it that way. But I want to tell you, it's not going to be exactly what we want. Yes, yes, exactly, Bond Blue. That's the remnants of the Civil War that they call our state something offensive. Hang on a second. I got a really strong insight about what we're going through. And I want to share it with you. And it's this. If it weren't so intense, if what was going on wasn't as intense as it is, we would not shift. We would not change. It has to get really intense before it shifts. And that's what we're seeing right now. This is a required phase for the collective to choose love. When are we going to get exactly what we want? When we choose strongly. Okay, Thomas is giving it another shot. I once was kidnapped by mimes. They did unspeakable things to me. That was a good one. In New York, it's not going to turn out exactly the way that we want it to. Which means we want him found guilty, and we want him in the slammer for life. That's what we want. Now Betty's telling you, Thomas, that was a creepy joke. Thomas must be bored. Are we ever going to be rid of this guy? He's going to die. But it's not going to be because the Biden team assassinated him. Anyway, okay, so I'm going to wrap it up. Did you hear about the cat that ate a lemon? Now it's a sourpuss. He will flame out the way that Joe McCarthy did. I agree with you. Oh, Thomas is in New Jersey. He has thick skin. I love it. So, let's read about Ohio. they're actively taking away our rights to vote, and they're actively trying to take Biden off the ballot. Don't let the a-holes control your emotions. I'm sorry, if I have emotions, I don't hide them. And they're not controlling my emotions. I'm not hiding my emotions. And I hope that's okay with everybody. And I encourage you to not hide your emotions either. Okay, 3 cards about Ohio. They're also looking to take away the right to contraception. I have a right to be mad. Wait till they try to take away condoms. Oh, I'm reading about Ohio. I have the death card. That's not going to happen. They're not going to take Biden off the ballot. They will not be able to do that. Nice try. They will not be able to do that. Because then we could... Moonchild, thank you. Hiding your emotions can be dangerous to your health. That is true. So everybody let it out. Every woman has a right to be mad, that's for sure. In Ohio, the death card, no, they're not going to be able to keep Biden off the ballot. That's ridiculous. Can you imagine if Trump was in office and he's the incumbent president and they're like, oh, you can't be on the ballot. Yeah, right. How would that go? Will people finally stand up for condoms? You mean, is that what's going to motivate people? I'm telling you, as soon as I heard Mitch McConnell say that the American people have to stop picking on the Supreme Court, all I could think of is all the women that are suffering. Especially the ones that are victims of rape and incest, and especially the women that are pregnant, that have complications in pregnancy, and they're just letting them die of sepsis if that's what they have to do. That's what I was thinking when Mitch McConnell said, oh, we have to stop picking on the Supreme Court. Unbelievable. The courts should be voided. Let's read on the Supreme Court. By the way, you definitely listen to Spirit Talk podcast from yesterday, because Kathy Beale always makes me feel assured astrologically. I've definitely seen the women rising up in huge numbers. This is our time. All right, 3 cards about the Supreme Court. I'm glad you guys are with me. Satan, you can take Mitch now. I mean, honestly. Really? Yeah, the podcast was great. Where's Lorena Bobbitt when you need her? That's pretty good. You get a bell, Darren. You'll go back and watch it again? Yes, definitely go back and watch Spirit Talk podcast. That's why we do it. And Kathy Beale needs 2 astrology readings. That's 1 a week in order for us to do the next show. I don't want her feeling like we're just sucking her dry for free. It's okay if it's me, but I'm sorry. I don't know what happened to me today. Lean forward and you'll all kiss me on the forehead, all right? Well, it was all that, and then my light broke. If anybody wants to buy me a light, it would be awesome. I'll tell you the brand. I think it's called E-Mart. I'll tell you on Friday. I'm already feeling better with you. Yes, because that's why we're here. We help each other to feel better. The Supreme Court. Yeah, well, the people will know the truth. The American people, if anything, it feels like more people are paying attention to what's going on with the Supreme Court because of this abortion ban ridiculousness. Maybe even more so than what's going on with Trump in a certain way. So as far as the Supreme Court goes, the truth is staring us in the face. They're torturing women. They're going straight out Handmaid's Tale. Dad joke, one of the oddities of Wall Street is that it is the dealer and not the customer who is called broker. That's true. Maybe he'll have an episode. I think Trump, Alito's looked like he was going to have a health challenge. But anyway, as far as the Supreme Court goes, yeah, that's actually the catalyst that gets a lot of people paying attention to what the corruptness of the Supreme Court is just more brazenly right in your face because of them taking away women's rights. And let's not forget, they're promising that the next thing that they're going to take away is contraceptives. Why? I thought they went to babies. The Democratic Convention is going to be wild. Where is it? The Republicans have no money, so it'll be yeah, the Republicans don't have any money, but they're acting like they're panicked. As far as the Supreme Court, so I have the Two of Wands. I do see motions to impeach. I do see them. I don't think that it's going to work, but I definitely see the whole view of the Supreme Court from the collective America as though they're so not the Supreme Court, where they're just a corrupt body of justices. I don't know what Ketanji Brown Jackson is thinking of all this, but I kind of get the sense with Ketanji Brown Jackson that she, in a way, I feel like she wishes she wasn't there. Because she's seeing how patriarchal it is. Anyhow, I don't have any tea leaves, but I will take another question if you have another question before I go. I mean, if you have a question. It's not like I've been taking questions. Yeah, the American public is going to demand it. Yeah, I agree. And I really do feel this strong message coming in that things are this extreme because we won't change unless they're this extreme. We won't have the momentum. We need it to be at this level. I mean, we are a strong democracy and under an incredible amount of stress. So we have to kind of show our stuff and what we can do. So I want you all to please join Grassroots of Democracy. I get frustrated when things aren't growing that are here to help us save democracy. That makes me very frustrated. And I don't want to discredit those that are in Grassroots of Democracy and that do show up. I just want us to grow. All you have to do is put grassrootsofdemocracy.com in any chat. And if you watch other psychics, that's all you have to put. Join us, grassrootsofdemocracy.com, and just put grassrootsofdemocracy.com. We have like 5 months left. Grassrootsofdemocracy.com. Readings for the all. What do you mean by that? I don't know what that means, Annie. Grassrootsofdemocracy.com. Why is there a question mark there, Kitty Holler? Do I have to? Sometimes I assume people know things. I started our organization, Grassroots of Democracy, over 2 years ago. We meet every single week, 3 times a week. Please share the song about January 6th. Please join us. If you can't make it to the meetings, you receive all the information anyway. All right? Now, tomorrow night is our Grassroots of Democracy discussion group. And I actually won't be there because I'm going to meet Sebastian Younger up the street at City Hall. He wrote The Perfect Storm, which happened here. And he has a new book called something about dying. In my time of dying, that just came out today. And I want to talk to Sebastian Younger, the author, about my song, about Grassroots of Democracy. I have met him before. So I'm not understanding the question marks. Oh, okay, Kitty Holler, thank you. I thought you, well, you have to understand that it looked like you were like, I never heard of it. Grassrootsofdemocracy.com. And the National Convention is scheduled, thank you, Maria, to be held August 19th at the United Center in Chicago. Okay. So, yeah. I mean, please don't take me the wrong way. I'm not mad at anybody. I'm frustrated. I'm not angry at anybody here. You know? It's nothing like that. I want more things to happen. I want things to expand more quickly, and I want more things to happen, and we can make that happen. You can Google it. You can Google it. It should be in the description. And also, one other thing before we go. Warren, don't ask questions like that. Come on. Are you just trying to... Will the DNC convention be a repeat of Chicago 1968? Are you really asking me that question? I'm going to go. I'm going to go. That's what I have for you tonight. I love you guys. We all have days that it gets to be too much, but that's a fascist tactic to get the people so upset and overwhelmed that they tune out. We're not tuning out. All right. Good night. Have a good one. See you Friday. All right. Namaste.